What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, with a post-BANLIST market watch. The market is looking crazy right now. I mean, really, it's absolutely all over the place. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going in and putting their chips on certain cards, and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are getting really excited, and you should be. I mean, if you're going to locals, if you're going to regionals, this BANLIST is pretty huge for you. Just please realize this BANLIST is only effective for 3 months. That's it. We have a 3-month BANLIST. This is a band-aid BANLIST with many hits that are nominal compared to other BANLIST hits. This I mean, realistically, look at that. There's 1, 2, where is it? 3, and then Summer Limited got another one, and then everything else got was just taken off the BANLIST. This BANLIST is definitely very weird as far as other previous BANLISTs. And once again, like I said, it's only for 3 months. The next BANLIST is gonna be happening January 13th. And for Yu-Gi-Oh players that want to go to bigger scale events, well, that's kind of important. Let me show you guys. There is a UDS Invitational for Central America. There's a Team YCS for Peru. So if you're down there, good for you guys. This BANLIST is much more important to you guys. Then again, I've been hearing rumors about you guys not getting the Mega Tins, which is absolutely horrible. Hopefully you guys get those. For anyone that's in California, you have a YCS. And to be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna go to YCS California because those plane tickets are like $800, $900 for a plane ticket to go to California for a YCS. It's just not worth it for me, personally speaking. And then the next event is February 14th to the 16th. In fact, after that, there's another one February 22nd, 23rd, being the Team YCS in Las Vegas, Nevada, as well as the UDS Invitational. And this is all going to happen in February, which once again, it's very important to note because that's after the next BANLIST. So once again, guys, this BANLIST is huge for the Yu-Gi-Oh players going to locals, Yu-Gi-Oh players in Central America, and Yu-Gi-Oh players going to regionals. For us Yu-Gi-Oh players that want to go to events that are more accessible, well, this BANLIST is cool. We have a fun meta to play for about 3 months, and then we're going to be entering in a whole different type of meta. So please keep that into consideration. My fellow Thunder Dragon friends, I'm talking to you. We're good for 3 more months. We gotta buy for 3 more months. We're gonna lose next round, though. I really do feel that Dragon's gonna get hit. It's a phenomenal deck. Hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah, it's kind of important to note. Anyway, looking at the current cards that I've taken off the BANLIST and the valuations and the movements and the spikes and the drops, let's talk about Super Rejuvenation right after the gate from Legendary Collection 4 Joey's Road. Super rare. Market price of this card dropped around $6, and we're seeing it at $6. In fact, we're seeing a bunch at $6. And if I was you guys, if you have extra Super Rejuvenations, sell them. In fact, you might even want to sell your own super rare playset, and the reason why is it's getting a reprint come next month. So why hold this card? $6? Yeah, if you have 10 of them, that's $60. Unload it, get rid of them, move them as fast as possible. They're gonna get a reprint next month. I understand you're really excited, and I understand, hey, you might want to play in a deck, and it's totally fine. But there's other copies of Super Rejuvenation that have slowly gone up in value, by the way. So hopefully you have the common copies of Super Rejuves, because original prints are like $2. The Dark Beginning 2 ones are hitting about almost $4. But yeah, no, maybe you should hold Super Rares. No, I'm joking. Seriously, get rid of your, if you have commons, play the commons, sell your Super Rares. Just get as much money as possible for this card. Milk it as much as possible, because once the market realizes, oh wait a minute, next month we're getting a reprint of this card, the value is going to tank. Up next, Royal Tribute from Legendary Collection 3, Yugi's World, has a $5 market price. I see what you did there, 666, okay. Let You Play Unlimited is roughly around $8. Let You Play First Edition is roughly around $9 for Royal Tribute. And I love it. I hope Great Keepers do see meta play. They're not going to, though. Like if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, if we're gonna be really honest, they're not going to. It'd be cool if they did, okay? I'm totally down with that. But then you have to be honest with us. That damn honesty thing comes in, and it's like, yeah, excuse me, no, it's not gonna see any kind of meta play. Anyway, moving forward, El Shadow Construct, probably the most biggest card in this BANLIST to come off fully unlocked at 3. Arguably with another card I'll talk about in a second. Looking at El Shadow Construct Ultimate Rare from Duelist Alliance, the market price of this card is $30. Well, looking over here, guys, we're seeing Name First Edition be about $53. Now, the weird thing is, there's 3 of them at $53, there's another listing at $55, and then boom, it's right into $60. In fact, it doesn't really stay there long as it hits the $70 price point at the bottom of the page. Well, look at El Shadow Construct. The real question right now, everyone has to ask themselves, is Shadow's gonna be meta worthy? And I don't know if it's going to be. It'd be really cool, though, to see like Magical Musketeers play Shadow Fusion. You summon Caspar, play Shadow Fusion, and opponent's sitting there going, oh my god, what have you done? And you're like, murder. That'd be really awesome. Or like Invoke, Shadow, Thunder Dragons would be really cool. It'd be really cool to make all these kind of different deck lists that feature Shadows in it. Because, you got rid of Orcus, the deck that can hybrid with a bunch of decks, and then you just replace it with Shadows, the deck that can definitely hybrid with other decks. So, yeah, Konami, I'm not sure if this was the wise decision, but we'd have to see what the meta play comes up in the game. Anyway, looking at Shadow Construct and Shadows in general, I love this deck, and I love it a lot. I think the deck can absolutely see play and be that new thing that just replaces Orcus because, Shadows Construct with a built-in effect, or Shadow Window with its other built-in effect, and the rest of the Shadows have been reprinted so many times, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have easier access to it. The only card that I don't think has been reprinted as much is Shakanaga, that you really want to keep an eye on. Everyone's focusing on Shadow Construct. They're really excited about Shadow Construct, they should be, but nobody's looking at Shakanaga. A lot of the Shadow stuff got reprinted, except cards like Shakanaga, which Ultimate Rares are currently roughly around $18, which is a little bit higher than $17 market price. You got 2015 Mega Pack versions of Sheks being around $8. You got the new Challenger Secret Rare versions being also around $8 to almost $9. You also have El Shadow and Noyatalis, which have always been slowly money. That's another thing you really want to focus on if Shadows do see any kind of meta play. Noyatalis with a $15 market price is slowly hitting up to $16 to almost $17. And after that 7 Wall's gone, Noyatalis goes to $19. And of course, you got another Shadow card that's not really it's not really that much money. It's like Noyatalis, Shakanaga. There's the fire one, Grista. There he goes. Grista's not really seeing much play. It's about $3. It's not a bad card, but the other two are the ones I would highly recommend you go in and pick up on. As everyone gets excited for Shadows, and let's say Shadows see any kind of meta play, don't go for OT constructs. That wall's been tapped already. That wall's actually starting to dry up. You can go for ultra rare Shadow constructs, even though it got reprinted in dual power. Realistically, you want to go for an Noyatalis. You want to go for a Shakanaga. Those are the real gems, because if any Shadow variant does seek at any meta play, those will be the one that would have the value. Anyway, looking at Necros, with Shirt coming off the ban is fully unlocked. Necros haven't done much with their price points. I mean, Bionic, before the dual power reprint, and for a good amount of time during the dual power reprint, and you can watch the market watches on the channel, looking at Necros Bionic, well, it kind of just stabilized in price point, but during those times it was roughly around $40 to $45. Oh, common question of the day. Guys. Do you like this ban list? Yes and no. And if you would change one card in the ban list, what would it be? And I would love to know what you guys want to think about that in the comment section down below. So comment down below if you had the power to change one card in the ban list, either take it off or put it back on. What one card would it be? Once again, guys, like I said, please comment down below. Check up here for the poll for if you like the ban list or don't like the ban list. Personally speaking, I actually like this ban list a lot. I've been joking around with everybody all day long about the hits and whatnot, but I honestly do like this ban list and agree with this ban list wholeheartely. I wish Konami went more aptly at this ban list and extended the ban list date instead of 3 months, make it, I don't know, 6 months or 4 months even. And definitely hit some more cards or took some more cards off the ban list. But for the most part, this is a really good 3-month ban list. Continue with the market watch though, guys. Looking at Valkyries is also going lower in price point. With a $12 market price that's under its current with $13 market price, its actual price point is roughly around $12 for Necros or Valkyries. Looking at other cards, once again, like Trishula with $11 market price, Trishula's barely holding on to a $10 price point. So if you're looking to play a Necros, you can have the ability to go access all of them right here. And that's kind of interesting, guys. Necros, we now have it, you have Sherbet, you now can easily play the deck a lot more better. There you go. It's a lot cheaper with dual power reprints. Boom, there you go. Then we turn around and we go, hey, Shadows, same thing. Boom. I mean, minus a couple of cards. Once again, Noyatalis, Shakanaga. Burning Abyss. Hopefully next ban list. Okay, moving forward, Inzektor is also saw some movement on the balance, but it's not going to do anything. We know it's not going to do anything, but looking at the value of the market, it's actually just stable. And the weird thing about this is Zed Caliber, I think, should be a lot higher in value. With a $5.80 market price, we're seeing it barely hold on to that price point in the market for unlimited copies. Exhibit, a secret rare which only came out of Order of Chaos, is also around $3 to $4. Gigamantis, ultimate rare, is roughly around the same price as its market price. And Hornet is also the same card that's stabilizing in the price points. Now, unlike Hornet, these cards are very different. You got an Ultimate Rare that came out of Order of Chaos, pretty hard to find. You got Solar Prince Secret Rare coming out of Order of Chaos, and of course, you got another Order of Chaos Ultimate Rare. So I really do think that, even though Inzektor most likely will not be doing anything in the game, the values of these cards, Ultimate Rares as well as Secret Rares, is values I would go in and grab. I would just go in and grab it, whether or not we have a ban list or not. I really do, because looking at it right now, Inzektors are fully unlocked, and they're gonna do nothing. But when the deck's fully unlocked, it doesn't take much for Konami to go, here's a new game mechanic, or here's some new cards, and now your deck's tier 1. They can easily do that. There's no reason why not. This deck's now a great contender for legacy support. Easily a great contender. Moving forward, Elemental Stratus. Of course they went to 3. I don't think nobody did not see this coming. I know Months ago, I was doing like bands prediction videos. People were like yelling at me about it, but that was the minority, and the majority of people knew that this was going to go to 3. Well, fast forward to now, the future, Elemental Hero Stratos from OTS 1 Pack 9 is holding a $64 market price, and we're seeing it at $67. Now, yesterday, it was roughly around $70, so it's slowly going down in value. My highest recommendation for anybody out there that is holding Ultimate Rare Elemental Hero Stratos, my highest recommendation is to sell it. Sell it unless you're playing heroes. If you're playing heroes, obviously you're going to want to hold your Stratos. Realistically, I would highly recommend you sell Elemental Hero Stratos and get rid of it because it's really high in the market. And besides the collector's market, which is going to go back in and rise this card's price point, the card's price point is going to drop down significantly because other Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to sell it. Not for nothing, this card's pretty good. And heroes definitely have the opportunity to become a good deck. But if they don't shine as a tier 1 deck, and they need to, by the way, their values are going to go down. Not significantly, but they will go down slowly. And with that happening, I think Elemental Hero Stratos can actually go down the market before it goes back up, because I do think it will go back up. The collector's market is going to eat it again. Everyone's going to go in and nip at it again. But right now, Stratos' price points is only going down. So once again, I highly recommend, if you hold Elemental Hero Stratos Ultimate Rare from OTS 1 Pack 9, please sell it, make your money, and put it towards other things. Get rid of it unless you're playing heroes. Even if you collectors out there, get rid of it. You can go back in and buy this later on. It will be cheaper, but you need to get rid of it now and do it fast because the price point is going to be going down. Moving forward, Destiny of Malicious. So I heard the secret one is the real money one. Looking at other versions of Malicious, we'll just move past all those versions. And looking at the secret version of Malicious from Rod Yellow Mega Pack with a $416 market price, we're looking at Lightning Play First Editions being about $18. After that is Unlimited about $20, and then $21 for Malicious. Once again, hero players, I see your value. I 100% see your value. The market sees your value. You better back that value up, because if you think you're gonna be $20 Malicious and $70 Stratos, and your deck does not top events, your deck does not be a dominant deck in the meta, we're talking tier 1. There's no more excuses for, oh, that one hero player made top 32 here. No, that's tier 2 stuff, boys. Or we saw 2 hero decks top this one regionals. That's tier 1.5. I want to hear a couple of hero variants top a regionals, or even a YCS. That's what tier 1 is. You want to see what tier 1 is? Look at the previous YCS and look at all those decks that are tier 1, Orca Sky Strikers, and you tell me that's what you need to do in order to maintain these high price points. Because let's be honest, these are very high price points, and I'll be nervous if I was in your shoes. My deck better perform, or I better sell this deck because I could always go back in and grab it for dirt cheap because the value is going to tank. And that's what you have to focus on if you are a hero player. Moving forward, we have Ether the Heavenly Monarch. I don't think the price point went up too crazy, by the way. By the way, after this point, I didn't refresh any of the pages from yesterday, so when I move forward, I'm going to be refreshing the pages. Monarchs, even fully unlocked, even if Pantheism went to 3, would not do nothing except give casuals more fun toys to play with. Hey, casuals! How you doing? Ugh, no sleeves in your deck, I see. You casuals. Okay, well, here's Monarchs. Here you go. Play with that. And they're like, yay. And just like, oh, the kids. Look at Ether the Heavenly Monarch and Monarchs in general. I really would like to see Monarchs see meta play in the future. With that said, looking at Monarchs in general, they're not going to see play. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So seeing the price of the Monarchs, especially like Ether, be sort of dirt cheap, and in fact, not knowing if Pantheism went to 3, its price point would be dirt cheap. It's not surprising to me or anybody else out there that plays competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're casual, this is a great deck to play. It's super fun, but if you're competitive, why? I mean, I guess so if you want to troll the meta, if you already have your regional invite and you want to go and see if you got how many people you can knock out before you get taken out. It's one of those things like a horde of zombies and I just give you a knife and I'm like, all right, try to kill them as many as possible before they get you. You're definitely going to lose. You're definitely not going to walk out of that a hero. It's just not going to happen. But it'd be really cool to see how many you can take out before they take you out. Well, that's every Monarch player going to a regionals. It's a knife with a bunch of zombies. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go for 5. It just runs in. That's literally every Monarch player right now. And to be honest with you, I already have my invite. I kind of want to do that too. That sounds kind of fun. Then again, looking at the current meta, how it stands, Thunders might be one of the best decks in the meta. And if those are the best decks in the meta, Thunder Dragons, well, the best answer for Thunder Dragons, I'll show you guys in the market in a second. That's the deck I want to play as well. Just for the lulz. Once you have your invite, have fun with the meta. Because the regionals is an 300 man winner mat. Price support, Konami. You gotta really work on that. Okay, up next, cast Emerald Dragon Envoy. The end really didn't change too much in price point. If it was a change, it would be the Ultimate Rare from Duelist Pack Kaiba, which is already insanely high in value. Ultimate Rare Chaos Emperor Dragon and Void Ends are holding a $37 market price. Unlimiteds are like 32s. But, hold on, squeeze your cheeks. But, first edition versions of this card are just out of this world. Let's see. I think it's a couple of pages in, right? A couple of pages. Okay, no, skip that one. Yeah, it's like $60 for this card. It's been errated. It's not really that good, but it looks really nice, and that should count for something. Okay, it's for collectors, let's be honest. Okay, moving forward, Darkon Dragon. Everyone's dad came back. Look at the price point of Darkon Dragon yesterday. We're seeing Darkon Dragon be roughly around 140, and after that one's gone, it gets even higher. Already higher than its current $112 market price. So we're gonna hit refresh, and we're gonna see right now the price point for Darkon Dragon coming back from the store with milk and eggs and cigarettes, $113 on the market price. And then when you look at it, Darkon Dragon's price point is actually roughly around 160. After that 161 has been sold, it goes up to 175 and then up to 200. And after that one's gone, it goes up to 300 and insanely high and obscure price amounts for Ultimate Rare Darkon Dragon. Let me just say something real quickly. This ulti is terrible. I actually owned 3 of these ultis at one point in my life, and I got rid of them, and I really wish I held them to make money, but but to be honest with you, these are the worst ultis to play with. They have the weakest middles. If you guys currently own these, or if you have anybody at locals who owns those, take it and try to do one of these, like a shaky thingy, the shaky thingy test. And yeah, it's a really crappy and weak cardboard. The middle's really weak, and I would not recommend if you would play with Darkon Dragon Ultimate Rare. I think it's absolutely terrible. Secret Rare is the way to go, but not this Secret Rare. I mean, what, with a $23 market price, the market price is showing stabilization for unlimited versions of original print Secret Rare Darkon Dragon. I don't recommend this one either. The one I can recommend is a Legendary Collection Kaiba Secret Rare updated card text Darkon Dragon, whose price point is slowly going up in value. Once again, guys, this is why it's very important to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell when I do my live streams. Yesterday when I was talking, this card was roughly around $2, which is around its market price. The price for unlimited versions of Darkon Dragon hitting near 5s. First edition versions of Darkon Dragon hitting almost near $6 for first edition Secret Rare Darkon Dragons. These are the reprinted versions, much stronger cardboard out of Legendary Duelist Collection Kaiba. There's better quality, better updated card text. This is the best version of Darkon Dragon. I currently own 3 of these, and to be honest with you, it's way better than my Secret version I own. It just looks infinitely cooler, very nice, a lot more cleaner, because the old Secret Rares of that set were a lot more look more scuffed, I guess is the best way to say it. And once again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if your buddy has that local, check it out. Compared it to, this is just a way better version. It's insanely cheap, and this is the quality I would recommend if you are looking to play Darkon Dragon. Moving forward, Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. Remember when this was $28? Remember, berries? $28? Striker players. Okay, so this was yesterday's price point, and the current price point of Widow Anchors didn't change. I guess Sky Striker players that are just holding it, they're just in denial. They just don't want to sell it, which I totally get it. But look at that Widow Anchor. It's roughly around $4 to $5 for Secret Rare original print Widow Anchors. You got the Bowser Legends Secret Rares, which are about $3, and then you got the Ultras, which is like about $1, $2. And to be honest with you, Striker players really got screwed in this ban list. I know a lot of you players out there are gonna try to put pieces together and make it work. We're about to get like a lot of new decks in the game. We're about to get a new tier 1 between now and January, evidently. So I don't really recommend you play Strikers. But if you want to play Strikers, you do you, boo-boo. And you're going to get a lot of boo-boos. Okay, so look at that LTS Tournament Pack 11. The price points of yesterday and today, we're seeing a huge change. OTS Tournament Pack 11 Ultimate Rare Pot of Eyes is still a money card. You got a light plate over here for about $65. After that one's gone, it's about $69 giggity on a card, which definitely maintains that high price point because it's such a good and wanted card. It just is what it is. Dingirsu, on the other hand, going down in value, and this kind of makes me wonder. I guess a lot of you guys out there wonder as well, why release OTS Tournament Pack 11 knowing Orcus was going to be a hit target? Kind of, definitely. They didn't even go, it just kept going down from day one. It's stabilizing at 21, which is a little bit higher than its market price, but these are just useless slots. These could have been Ash Blossom and Joy Springs. These could have been Super Polymerization, but then again, Dub said it wouldn't make any sense. I totally get it. What about an Ultimate Rare Field Center, Konami? You really throw in a curveball on us. We'll take it. What about an Ultimate Rare, I don't know, anything relevant? We would have accepted that over then cards that would just, like, you gave us Ultimate Rare, Dingirsu and OTS Tournament Pack 11, and now we gotta play with this up until December, right before the next ban list comes through for OTS 1 Pack 12. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Anyway, but looking at Pot Desires, obviously this is the main card, and you still want to go to your locals. You still want to play, you grab those OTS packs because of Pot Desires. $5 gets you a $70 card. Yeah, I'll make that bet every day of the week. In fact, $5 gets me a $40 card easily. $20 card. Yeah, I'll do that for $5. Absolutely. And I recommend, guys, if you go into your locals, definitely want to put in and try to grab your playset of Pot Desires. The value only goes high from this point on. Looking at Orcus, by the way, in general, looking at Orcus, and once again, like I said, this is yesterday's price point, so I'm gonna refresh. Galtea actually went up in value. So okay, let me preface something real quickly. Pure Orcus is still a good deck. I think it can have the potential to be in tier 1, and if that's the case, sure, you're gonna need to play multiple Galtea, and that's why we're seeing Galtea hit about $30, higher than a $24 price point. You still want to play 2 Dingirsu compared to your 3 Galtea because you can recycle, and Galtea is more important in that instance. And Orchestrated Return, bad buyout. That's literally what it was. It was just a bad and terrible buyout. I know a lot of people are confused about Orchestrated Return. I think you might want to consider running multiple copies, but even then, you still don't want this card being at this high price point. Nobody's jumping in to get Orchestrated Return. Yesterday was hovering roughly around 18 to 20. Today we're looking at $15 to $16. It's going to continue going down in value. Its stabilization price is more than likely going to be its market price, which is about $7 to $8 for Orchestrated Return. That's it. Don't go crazy for this card. It means nothing. So this is totally artificial, totally fake hype. This is worthless. Galtea, on the other hand, well, that actually makes sense. It's hard to get, OTS 20 Pack 10, and not only is it hard to get, if you still want to play Orcus, you have to go this route. This is your only option. Moving forward, though, looking at other cards like Thunder Dragons, good old Thunder Dragons, Colossus just can't stop looking so damn good. Colossus is hitting at a price point of $42, higher than its $34 market price. You just can't stop looking so beautiful, Colossus. Looking at other Thunder Dragon cards, Dragon Dark yesterday was around 5, we're seeing it right now about 6, and the rest of the Thunder Dragon cards are roughly around $5, even $4 to $5. I do think Titan's a card you might want to get first if you want to get anything, if you want to get involved in Thunder Dragons, because I think Titans is a secret rare. There's ultra printing, but realistically secret rare. A lot less listings today than it was yesterday. Unlimited versions are about $4.50. As far as first edition versions, they're hitting almost a price point of around $6 for Titan. It's a card you need at least 2 of in Thunder Dragons. So once again, if you're looking to play Thunder Dragons, I would get Titan first, then everything else. That's my biggest recommendation for you guys out there. Lunalights. So yesterday's price point already showed Lunalights declining in value. With $11 market price, which was stabilization price before the ban list, we're seeing Lunalights be about $9 to $10, and that was yesterday's price point. Hit refresh. I'm gonna guess it's going lower in value. Of course it is. Bam. No, it's stabilizing. Wow. Okay, caught me off guard. Stabilizing. All right, Lunalight players, your move. Can you still show meta relevance? Because if you can't, this card becomes a dollar binder special. Up next, Cyber Emergency, obviously going back down in value because of the hype alone. Cyber Dragon players are like hero players, so this actually caught me off guard yesterday when I went to look at this card and saw it already have a low price point. With a $41 price point for Cyber Emergency, even though it's only printing in Battles of Legends, the price point of this card is actually about $31. Now, I think the price point will actually stabilize around $30, but I could be wrong. Let's see if I am, because that's what the price point was before the whole hype train hit it. So yeah, it's about $31 currently. I think Cyber Emergency will stabilize around $30 because that's the price point it was, once again, before Cyber Dragons were playing with Orcus. So I think that's where it's going to stay, and I won't be surprised at all if that was to be the price point. Hopefully Konami reprints this card already because it desperately needs it. Moving forward, we got Signet Mining. Yesterday, the price point was roughly around $41 for Signet Mining, and to be honest with you, it's not changing. This is a question everybody who wants to buy Signet Mining has to ask themselves. Do I want to spend $120, because that's how much you're going to be spending for 3 of these cards, let alone the Marine Says deck, for a chance to have a tier 1 deck? For utility cards in a tier 1 deck. Now, if you're out there and you're playing this game for a while and you guys Signet Mining was cheaper, you're just sitting all gravy, baby. But if you don't have this card and you have Marine Cess, you're in that kind of weird boat that I'm in with you, by the way, because I don't own this card, but I do have a Marine Cess core. I'm looking forward to getting new Marine Cess stuff. If Marine Cess is good, are you ready to drop $120 for 3 cards that are utility cards that are definitely needed for the deck? Well, the real question is, Marine Cess, can you show to be that deck? Can you show to be a tier 1 deck? And that's the question we all have to ask ourselves and talk amongst ourselves at locals or in our Facebook groups or even in the comments of this video. Is Marine Cess going to be tier 1? Because Thunder Dragons are still out and about, which is very scary for Marine Cess. Moving forward, Cash Dragon 11 years price point yesterday was roughly around $23, as you can see over here. to near 24 for first edition versions. Looking at today, it's still about 22, and after that one, after those 4 are gone for 22, the price point hits about 26, and the next first edition price point after the $22 price point goes to about 27 to almost near $28 for Chaos Dragon Living Near. It says dragons in it, so we got super rejuvenation. The question is, can they work together? Can dragons see meta play in this meta we're entering in right now? Is super rejuvenation going to bring back any kind of dragon variant? Rockets, you over there, or Dragon Link, any variation? Can you still come back and see meta play? I think you can, and I'm hoping you can, and I think the deck can absolutely show some kind of spicy combo, because I think this is gonna bring combo back. The only question is, can combo stay for a round, or is it gonna be like Dad and go out and get cigarettes and be gone for a long time? Anyway, moving forward, Konami, this is for you. You forgot to hit Mystic Mime. You forgot to hit Mystic Mime. Now, the reason, I guess, is because, hey, Paisanos, that's what Konami says to everybody. Hey, Paisanos, we didn't hit Mystic Mime because Sky Strikers, and we hit Sky Strikers, so we don't need to hit Mystic Mime. Great, Konami, it's a good job. What do you do to answer Colossus Mystic Mime on board? I'll give you time. Take your time. Seriously. I just go Colossus, Mystic Mime, smile my opponent. They're upset, obviously. I'm having a good old time, and yeah, I don't see many outs to that other than direct outs like MST or Twin Twisters. And once again, if we're depending on the meta we're entering in, are we entering a heavy combo meta? Are we entering in a mid-range dot deck meta where like Salamangreats can actually see more meta play, which I think, once again, they're not really touched by this ban list, but they're working on one leg. Can they see meta play? Or are we gonna see more of a control meta that's gonna need more hits to back row? That's very important, because if we see a combo meta, well, you can just build Thunder Dragons, put some Mystic Mines on that bad boy, and enter in a combo meta, go Thunder Dragon Colossus with a Mystic Mine, just put your hand out. That game's done already. They have the side deck against you in game 2 if they manage to play the correct side deck options. So I definitely think this card should have been hit. I'm shocked this card was not hit. If you don't own this card already, it's currently cheap in the market, and it might go up in value depending if variant. And I'm just throwing Thunder Dragons out there right now. But realistically, any variant that can easily abuse Mystic Mime, because the only one that we was having before that could easily abuse Mystic Mime was Sky Strikers. But now that's out the picture, I do think another deck can take up that mantle, and by the way, horrible mantle of playing Mystic Mime in their deck. Okay, up next, the Miser Land's also roughly around $6. That's it. So I just want to show it to you. It's $6. I'm not sure, I thought this was getting a reprint, but I'm not sure if it is. But it's from the card's been out since Light and Destruction. Activate when your opponent special summons a monster. Select one, feel yourself in your deck, and activate it so your opponent can't ash it. Really good card, and it's $6 right now, so hopefully you guys have yours. Moving forward, Instant Fusion, the card that should have been hit on the ban list. Once again, we have a 3-month ban list, so in 3 months, Konami come back around and go, oh, by the way, Instant Fusion, yeah, chuck, boom, and get rid of Instant Fusion. Looking at Instant Fusion from OTS One Pack 4 Ultimate Rare, the market price is $59. Yeah, it's actually roughly around $73. The new market price should say $73 for Ultimate Rare Instant Fusion, as almost any deck in the game right now needs to use this card. At 3, by the way. If you're playing Instant Fusion, you're not going, I'm going to play 1. Be spicy. You're going to play 3 Instant Fusions, because the card's absolutely insane. And yeah, I'm shocked this card's actually not hitting the ban list at the moment. I'm shocked this card's not banned at all. This is an insanely good card. It's been around every tier 1 deck since the game started really picking up. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, Konami. You really forgot 2 good cards. Prank Kids. So, if you want to beat Thunder Dragons, if you're going to locals, and everyone's playing Thunder Dragons, but you don't got the funds to play Thunder Dragons, or any of those decks, no big deal. You can play Prank Kids. Currently, right now, nobody's looking at Prank Kids. They're totally off the grid. And if you want to see a Thunder Dragon player just get absolutely decimated, even though they're doing everything exactly right, go back on this video since you're watching on YouTube to a YCS, I think it was in Germany, where Prank Kids just pranked on pure Thunder Dragons, and they just waxed them. Thunder Dragons did everything, and the Prank Kid player was like, that's great. That's fine. You're still going to lose. And he did. He beat him. He smoked them out. Prank Kids are one of the best decks in the game right now to beat Thunder Dragons. I play both Prank Kids and Thunder Dragons, and as a Thunder Dragon player, I will tell you, out of every deck in the game, I don't want to play Prank Kids. I will play anything except Prank Kids, because that deck will beat me, and it's not a prank, it's a for real thing. For realsies. Look at that Prank Kids place, which used to have a $20 market price. The price went roughly around $4. Everything else is less than $2. A lot of cards you can find $1 buying a special. It's just dirt cheap. You go on eBay and get a foreign core prank kits, I believe for like 20 bucks. I think that's what I paid for my foreign core. And to be honest with you, it's easier and cheaper. You can probably buy another deck core on eBay as well. But if you want to buy prank kits online, if you have some of the cards already, go on here, pick them up, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys out there, just whether you're buying prank kits or not, or buying something else, use my TCG player link down below to help support the channel. Moving forward, Invocation. So Invocation's price point is going higher in value because, you know, Invoke, Shadows, Mech Knights is a really good deck. Invocation's Ultimate Rare from OTS Fun Pack 6, holding a $35 market price, is actually about $45. You got other versions of Invocation still maintaining an $11 price point, from the Secret Rares to the Super Rare versions maintaining a $6 price point. The real question is Invocation going to see meta play? Is Invoked variants featuring Shadows, featuring Mech Knights, and obviously Invoke going to be the spice? I don't know, but I think it's going to be, and I hope it's not, but it's really good. Little fun fact, by the way, you can splash that in with prank kits. Okay, moving forward, DDD Destiny King Zero Lapis at $11 market price is just what I bought on the market. You got a near mint version. This was yesterday, actually. Hold on one second. That was yesterday. So let's see. Okay, yeah, no, someone, okay. So this card, Destiny King Zero Laplace, holding $11 market price, showing to be roughly around $11. After that one copy is gone, it goes up to $23. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! RFV promo card. All right, there it is right there, guys. If you want to buy it right now, because I get about 3 to 4 to even 5,000 views a video. That's how many people you have to go against until you get this card. So I don't know, it's a good card, I guess. Then we have Black Soldier, a Soldier of Chaos. Once again, Thunder Dragon's being unscathed by the ban list. And we have BLS over here, a card in which ideally is good against Sky Strikers. It's really good against Sky Strikers, but it's still good against a lot of other decks in the game, and even the newer decks in the game for Black Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. With a $64 market price, the price point didn't go crazy yet. I do think this price point can definitely increase. Well, when the new ban list comes out, and we're getting a lot of deck lists coming through, and if Thunder Dragons do become the dominant tier 1 deck, which I think they're going to be, whether it's pure or variant, I do think Thunder Dragons is definitely going to be one of the tier 1 decks. This card's going to be in there. And with a $63 price point, I think it's kind of cheap right now. I think this card's gonna go back up to like $70 to even $75 for this card. So keep an eye on this card. Then we have Mind Control, one of the cards Konami just didn't hit at all. In fact, not only did they not hit Mind Control, original print Mind Control, the promo from World Championship 2005, 7 Trials of Glory, a 14-year-old promo card with a $10 market price is actually roughly around $7 in the market right now. So if you want the original print Mind Control, there it is. I mean, there's other versions. You got the Ultra Rare coming out Legendary Collection 3, which is about $7 to almost $8. You got commons all over the place. You got another Ultra Rare from Dual Devastator coming out as well, which would be about $2. But if you want an original print, it's actually pretty cheap, to be honest with you. Spirals are still going to be around. In fact, not only are they still going to be around, Spirals for the most part are untouched by this meta, besides the Nightmare Hit. The Nightmare Hit's still a big hit for Spirals, but Spiral Danger is still going to be a deck. Not only can it still be a deck, Spiral players are just waiting around, maybe topping here and there, waiting for the new support to finally drop and they can become even more of a meta deck. But looking at Spirals right now, they're still slowly taking wins, and rightfully so, the deck's really good. I will note that the price point of Spirals like Double Helix are going down in value. With a $5 market price that's way lower than its original high price I mentioned about a week ago, it's still going cheaper. Same thing with like Super Agent and the rest of the cards. Then we have Predator Plan Tryhard over here. Now, I said Thunder Dragons are going to be the best deck in the game. Most likely, if we're gonna be honest, they're probably gonna be the best deck in the game. Well, if you're not playing Thunder Dragons, or you don't want to play Thunder Dragons, here's how you beat them. One card beats the whole deck. On their best combo, you don't need to play Nibiru. You need to play Super Rejuvenation that you're gonna be getting. I mean, Super Polymerization. So many supers that you're gonna be getting at a Dual Devastator. You play that and you go into this card, and then you just instantly win. Think about it. Their best board is 3 Dark Monsters, Double Colossus Titan. If they don't put 3, they put even 2 Dark Monsters. You need to put a Dark Monster on the field, and then you can go into this card. $8 in the market price, and the price point is showing stabilization at $8. Why is that important? Because not only is this card naturally just good at hitting the board against them, but this card's effect that says when you pull a special as a monster from the extra deck, while you control this fusion summon card, quick effect, you can negate this summon, and if you do, destroy. You can negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. That's huge. That is insanely huge. It's on the fact if your component controls a monster with a predator counter, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in defense position, which is once again absolutely insane, which is initial effect. This card's absolutely broken. It's going to be a mandatory one of now. If you're looking to play against other dragons, this is the card you need to play to beat them. There's other cards as well that can beat them, like Starring Venom Fusion Dragon, I believe, right? Yeah, there's other cards like this guy as well. There's a Sinker one. This drag, there it is. There's a Drag Stapelia. And if you want to play against, use your super polys against like a pendulum variant, this is also good against pendulums. So like dead serious, you need one of each of these cards. Your playset super polys, by the way, dual devastator, they're like $2 each now for the ultra rares, and you can now beat all those decks. You now have your one card answer to their best optimal board on the game. That's insane right now. Moving forward though, looking at Omni Dragon Bro Tour, yesterday's price point was roughly around $11.50, and looking at right now with a $13 market price, I'm gonna say it went up a little bit. No, it stabilized actually. It's still around $11.50 for Omni Dragon Bro Tour. So anyone out there that's looking to play any kind of like combo deck that's like Dragon combo deck to abuse the new fully unlocked Super Rejuvenation, you're gonna need one Omni Dragon Bro Tour. Now there's a bunch of listings here on TCG Player, and they don't really spike too high. There's not many walls, but there's not really huge spikes. Page one ends at $12, but there's a bunch of listings. But yeah, if you don't have this, you might want to go in and pick this up because it's kind of good. We already talked about Camp Dragon 11 year, and Appaloosa, Bull of the Gods, is actually a huge card now. With a $50 market price, you're seeing the card slowly go back up in value. Limited first edition showing to be about $49. After that one's gone, it's back up to the market price, which is $50. You got Unlimited over here. That's roughly around the same price point. Appaloosa Ball of Gods is a huge card because it stops Nibiru. You literally, if you're playing Dragon Link, your new mentality now is because you can play a little more you can't play full mid-range, but you can play a little bit more into the game state. So what you do is your turn one is Appaloosa Ball of the Goddess. You play Super Rejuvenation. You draw back all those cards you use to get her back. You go Appaloosa Ball of the Goddess, and you put a couple of negates on board, maybe even one, maybe even two negates, if you can, and then you end with Super Rejuvenation. And then you get Super Rejuvenation, you play that one, and you get a little. Okay. So yeah, Appaloosa Ball of Goddess is definitely your ideal turn. It stops your opponent from dropping a Nibiru on you. It stops your opponent from dropping any more hand traps on you. It is literally the ideal play for you Dragon Link players. This card is huge, and realistically, you might even want to consider playing two of this card. It's that big of a deal. Now, will you play two? Probably not, but it's just something into consideration because you go into this card, and now you have Super Rejuvenation. Next turn, you kill them. You stun them this turn with a minimal stun. Next turn you drop your super end of phase, you drop your Super Rejuvenation, and then next turn you just murder their face in. I mean, it's literally that simple, and that's the mentality. So Nibiru might start making its way into the side deck because this card is going to start making its way into the main extra deck. Keep that in mind, Paisanos. If you don't have this card, I highly recommend you grab this card. And if you're not playing that kind of variant, if you're looking to play Thunder Dragons, same principle and mentality. You're going to want to go into this card because Nibiru hurts a lot. It's just that simple, and it's a win monster, which once again helps you out a lot if you want to end with like an Appaloosa and maybe like a Colossus. Also, just in general right now with the rest of the meta, good against Orcus. You got Appaloosa with like a Thunder Dragon monster like Colossus or even Titan with the pop, and your opponent's in the world of hurt. It's just a good card overall, and your players are slowly starting to put it back into the deck, and the price point is slowly starting to rise. So if you don't have this, go out to your locals and trade for it, or go buy it if you get a good deal on this, but get this card as soon as possible. Up next, Red Reboot. So once again, our meta is always defined by three types of deck variants: combo, mid-range, or control. The three deck variants in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. And if it slows down to mid-range, or we see more control realistically, control's biggest kryptonite is going to be Red Reboot. Red Reboot, with its recent reprint in 2019 Gold Star Megatons as Prismatic Secret Rare, being the most nicest version of it, is only like $3. In fact, this guy has 265 Red Reboots. About $3 for Red Reboots. If you don't have yours already, you might want to go in and grab yours in case we enter in a controlling kind of meta. I will say though, this card's really good at stopping traps, but Super Polymerization can still be played when you activate Red Reboot. So please take that in consideration when playing this card. And you might not, and if you're looking to play Thunder Dragons, you don't need Red Reboot. In fact, you could probably even get away with playing Denko Sekka, a monster in which you could search with your fusion spell, and the best version is going to be Bowser Legend's Secret Rare. Nobody's looking at it right now. The price point is $4 to almost $5. If you do not have a Denko Sekka and you are looking to play Thunder Dragons, that's what you need. You need this card, because against any control deck, you drop this on them, they look at that card, they look at you, they try to activate something, you say you can't, and they just a big tear, and then you go, proceed to kill you. Like literally, you need this card. It's huge. So I highly recommend you go in and grab your Deco set, because right now when no one's looking at it, once again the price point is $4 for the secret rares. Then we had Duel Devastator. Let's wrap this all around back up to Duel Devastator, which will be coming out soon. In fact, today, I believe for some places we'll have it today. Everyone else will have it tomorrow. Duel Devastator is expensive for the sealed box. I think I hammered at home yesterday in my last market watch. If you haven't seen it, please go check my last market watch, in which I discuss why you need to buy singles and not sealed Duel Devastator, which is a bad idea. Looking at it, all the cards are starting to go down in value. And they're going to continue to go down in value. Ash Blossom and Joy Springs is most likely going to be hitting about $4. Super Primization is going to tank from its $5 price point to be about $2. Looking at Effect Veiler, it'll be $1 minus special. Cyrus Skull Dread might actually go up a little bit in value, but not that much, because look at the walls. Look at all these walls. These are the walls that are set. Cyrus Skull Dread cannot go past $3 now, because there's 113 wall right there. And there's tons of them all over the place, by the way. Prodigy Games definitely locking that wall down. Ghost Ogre, Red Blossom. You can literally go online and buy the singles you really want to buy from Duel Devastator. Do not buy this box sealed. Ask for a refund if you are looking to, if you have it, or if you do have like store credit. I have store credit and a shop in the neighborhood. I'm just gonna go to that shop and you can pay whatever extra and take care of it that way, just for that one box. I'm not trying to buy like a ton. That's what I would probably do if I was in your situation, guys. I just think that with Duel Devastators, the price of seal is not worth it. Buy the singles. And if you do buy the singles, use my TCG player link. Once again, it's in the description. I greatly appreciate it. But do not buy sealed. You will lose your shirt. Anyway, Paisanos, I know this is a long video. The market is we're not done yet. The market is going to go crazy. We have it tomorrow to talk about the market, because it's definitely going to drastically change from what it is now. And not only do we have tomorrow to talk about the market, Monday is the start of a new day. Right? Monday is literally the official date of the new meta. And the question now remains, what are you playing in the new meta? What are you looking to ride in with? Because a new meta means a meta in which Sky Strikers are heavily neutered, where Orcas are just at one position, not multiple decks, and wherever you get a player out there that's looking to play whatever they want to play, like controlled players, you've gotten more freedom to breathe, because you know the feeling of seeing the engage and add multiple negates, and not anymore. Or you know the feeling of seeing an Orcus variant like Cyber Dragon Orcus just absolutely blow you out. Not happening anymore. Lunalight Orcus trying to just spam the board in one shot. Not on my watch, says Konami's ban list. Things are changing, and the meta's definitely going to be changing. And I would love to know what you guys are playing in the current and in the new and next video. I'll probably make it a poll, but let me know. And if you guys can answer the poll, I really appreciate it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this ban list. What card would you change? And you know what? If I had my opportunity to change any card on this ban list, it would more than likely be either Max C or Harpy's Feather. So putting those cards, either one of those cards, both ideally. But if I had to choose one or the other, it'd probably be Harpy's Feather to one, because it now allows combo players to get back at control players, since control players have Nibiru to get back, and Super Poly to get back at combo players. So it has a weird bounce in the meta, so it's more fun, more enjoyable when there's a weird bounce like that, when you have blowout cards for each one. So I think that'd be more fun and more enjoyable. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Comment down below, let me know. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.